And now, Boris, you're known to be a player with a universal style, someone who loves and can play brilliantly in pretty much any sort of position. But for you personally, what do you think is your biggest strength, or what kind of chess do you enjoy the most?
Well, I enjoy good chess. Basically, I don't have this big preference. What I enjoy is to play good chess and, the chess with idea. That I do believe that the chess game have to be played with some ideas.
Every move with an idea.
Every move is an idea, yeah. It's Tigran Petrosyan, Knights World Champion. He taught me when I was a kid that you should think about each move, even in blitz game. So it deeply imprinted in my mentality.
So never play without a plan or an idea.
Never make a move without an idea.
Now, of course, it's clear that to be at the top, you require a lot of hard work. But as a human, what do you think are the qualities that one has to possess, the human traits, to make it to the top?
I think one have to be able to admit mistakes, because if you repeat the same mistake, you'll go nowhere. You have to have high working ethic, and you have to be flexible. Yeah, you have to. If you just work on calculation, it won't do well. If you work just on end games, it won't do well. If you work just on openings, it won't do well. You have to find balance to and to think what's the most productive way to work and what is the most useful thing at the certain moment.
But that is true from a chess point of view. But as a person, it's common belief that someone has to possess this toughness of character and this almost like this killing instinct.
Yeah.
What do you think it's almost important to be a slightly mean person and not care about emotions so much to make it to the top?
It's possible, but it also, I studied it because it's also a very interesting question. What is the motivation of the players? Because different players have different motivation. Like me, I have motivation to improve myself, to get rid of the weaknesses. And depending of your motivation, type of your motivation, you develop different qualities and different character.
That actually brings me to my final question, Boris, that how do you think that chess has evolved certain characters in you? What traits in your personality do you owe to your attachment and addiction to this game? How has chess evolved you?
It's a very good question. Alexander Alekhine said that thanks to chess, I developed my character. And basically, you could say that I can become maybe tougher, I can become, but at the same way more flexible, because many times I learned the lessons that if I do things which I do, it leads nowhere. I have to admit it and to change and to do a bit differently. So maybe ability to analyze your own experience, but in other way to stick to your values.